Hello and welcome back to the Carp Hunters YouTube channel, and we're back and we're on another new lake actually. Last two videos I was on Rosewater Carp Fishery, it's literally just down the road down there, but this one it's a secret lake. I'm not going to tell you where it is because this is actually a nature reserve, so you know, as long as you've got a rod license you can come and fish it, come do whatever you want. So for the safety of the fish I'm not going to disclose the name of this lake or where it is, because you know, people will come poaching for the big fish in here. That's just how it goes if it's not an actual commercial or syndicate fishery. But I got here last night, I got here when it was dark, so I didn't get my rods out, but I've got two out at the minute. I'm going to get the final one on a Chod in the minute and get that out to the margin. I've raked out a spot just out the margin, maybe a rod length out, and then we'll see where we can go from there. But yeah, there's a 45 pounder in here, and then there's a mirror that's 35 pounds as well, and there was a 50 in here before it got eaten by otters this year, so a bit disappointing about that, but there is still some really big fish in this lake to have. Stock unknown, but the people that I've spoken to, they reckon between 12 and 15 carp are in here. Low stock venue, just like Rosewater, but this isn't anywhere near the size of Rosewater. It's a really weird shaped lake as well, but I'll tell you a bit more about the lake as we go on the session. I don't want to leave the camera out for too long because it is spitting a little bit, you probably can't see, but it is spitting. And yeah, I'll show you in my bivvy tying a new Chod. See you in a minute. Okay, so it's actually the next day now, and nothing really happened last night at all, but I'll just walk you quickly through one of the rigs I'm using, at least because on my right hand rod it's on a Chod and it's out at the minute, so I'll show you that later on. But the rig I'm using at the minute is spinner rig, 7 inches of boom, crimped at each end with the 0.6 crimp, as this is 25 pound boom. Got a bit of rig pussy there, size 4 crank, Kamakura, sticky manila pop up, hook bead, and that is literally it. And it attaches to my heli safe system, whacking out there, so if it's presented on any silt or any low lying weed, I should be presented anyway. But that's that. I'm just going to get the hook bait refreshed, ready for when I cast out. I'm going to spum out a little bit bait. I'll show you me doing that. But I'll see you in a minute when I'm putting this out. Okay, so well, welcome back to the video, everyone. It's the next day out now. So I've been on this lake for 4 days, and to be honest, nothing's happened. I have had a tench. I'll plonk a photo of it now quickly. I had a quite nice tail, so I did actually get a photo of it. But apart from that, there's just been no action at all. Have been getting the odd line bite, but apart from that, just nothing. I have got my middle rod in at the minute because I'm going to change the hook bait on that. So I'll show me doing that. I'll show me taking out the bait boat. But yeah, it's a really nice lake, and a hard lake as well. A very hard lake. There's something between 10 and 15 fish in here. There might be a little bit less, there might be a little bit more. No one really knows. There is a lot of very big fish in here. There's a good few 30s. There's a 40. There was a 50. But an otter killed it last year or 3 years ago. I've been told a couple of different things. It's one of those lakes where, you know, unless you're in the know, you don't really have a clue what's in here. So what this session really has been, it's just been a little investigation, I guess you could say. Sorry, my hat. Yeah, it's just a little bit of an investigation, a test fish, if you like. Just seeing what the water's like. It's, you know, dead clear out in front of me. This is the only swim that has all this clearness out, because it's quite a weedy lake, especially in the bay over there. So I'll show you that with a bit of drone footage. So it's all weed. You can actually see with the drone the amount of weed as well. So that's not very helpful that I can't fish over there. But I have seen a lot of big fish show, and in particular I saw the biggest fish in the lake show. It's a 45 pound mirror. I saw it show yesterday morning, boxed straight out, slightly to my left, but yeah, no, it was unmistakable what the fish it was. Just you know, an incredible sighting, and I know there's fish in here, especially where I'm fishing. So that was that. I just wanted to update you briefly with what's going on. I have got a new camera. I do hope the quality's improved. You know, I wanted to take it up a little level because, you know, if people are going to be watching me, I want their viewing experience to be all right. So that's why I've upgraded the camera, microphone, and all that. But fishing wise, my tactics have been the same. I've been using sticky manila, manila crumb, manila half, some 20 mils, some 12 mils, that kind of thing. Just a manila mix really, and then plonking that out with the bait boat with the left hand rod and the middle rod on 2 separate spots along this deep gully that goes in front of my swim. My right hand rod, however, I raked out a swim. In that swim just next to me, I raked out an area in the margin that I thought the fish might be interested in throughout this winter campaign, because I'm definitely going to be starting a campaign on here. You know, a wild 40-pound mirror. You know, it's just incredible. You know, this is right on my doorstep as well. So I'm glad I found this, and I'm glad I'm now fishing it. But it's it's going to be a challenge. There's going to be a lot of blank sessions. I have no doubt about that. But hopefully, it's the things in between that people want to see, people are interested in, and then the fish just come as part of that. But apart from that, I am going to get my middle rod out in a second. I'm just going to get my bivvy squared away a little bit, get my fresh hook baits on. That has been on a pineapple yellow one, so I'm going to take that off, because I put it out with about 2 kilo of bait. In 4 hours of being out, I had that tench. I don't want another tench, not at least until I've had a carp, because they are a bit of a nuisance in my opinion. I don't mind them once I've been catching carp, but yeah, that's about it. So apart from that, I'm going to change my hook bait, get a bit more bait out, and I'll show you me doing that in a little bit. But fingers crossed, wish me luck, and I'll see you in a bit, hopefully with a fish. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this spot down here with this weed. This is where my right hand rod is, just out in front of these reeds just here. So this is kind of a swim. I've raked all this out from out there, and that's where I'm fishing. And if you look at that coot out there, everything past that on this side of the lake is unfishable. So all that over there is just unfishable. But in my swim, however, if you look at it from my perspective, all this water here is fishable, but all of that isn't. To my left is fishable until about there, but it's all clear out there. Okay, so I'm just going to talk you quickly through the rig that I'm using. So here we've got, if it'll focus, size 4 claw, Tiger Knot pop-up, 7 inches boom, quarter pebble lead, about 10 inches of rig tubing just up to my main line. I've respawned my reels this session, and I'm using 12-pound long chuck. You may think, because this is a weedy lake, what you're doing, but trust me, I do love how supple this is, and it's very, very low stretch strong line. So get this rig out now to 10 wraps. It's a pre-baited spot. Hopefully that will bring me that lovely 45-pound mirror. Let's get it out. Right, so I'm aiming for a V. That didn't sound too good. Right, okay, so I'm aiming for a V over there. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'll mark it on the screen now if I can see where it was. Right, 10 wraps. Ten wraps. Okay, I'm just going to redo that. I didn't get the drop down that I wanted. It's the direction I wanted, but I did want to feel the donk down and make sure where I am fishing is where I was baiting up, because it might have been actually I might have cast that slightly to the right. Doesn't matter though, we'll get it straight back out there once I've got the weed off of this rig. Right, middle of the V, where the coot is right now. Perfect. Did cast that a little bit low. I was worried about hitting my control box from my bait boat, but no, it was a bit of a low cast, but it went exactly where I wanted it to go. Right, I'm going to get this line set. I'll see you back in the bivvy. Well, good morning everybody, and hence the lack of footage actually this whole session. Nothing's happened, and it's not surprising either. This is a tough lake, and I mean a tough one. There is sub 15 fish in here. It's not a huge lake, but the fish in here are all old carp. You know, there's some banging old mirrors, some lovely dark old commons with golden bellies. It's a really exciting place to fish, and I thought this morning, because I thought I had a take on this rod last night, I reeled it in, and it's just my choddy rig that I tied yesterday. I do need to shorten where the hook goes, the little loop in the back of the hook, made from the choddy material. If I come into the camera closely, yeah, it's a bit overexposed, but this is my choddy. I do need to take this off. Okay, so this is the choddy that I'm working with. Hopefully this will focus on that if I move my face out of the way. No, alright, never mind. Right, this is the choddy I'm using. It's probably about, I don't know, 2 inches of the choddy material. I just need to get the bend back in this, so I just loop it over itself a couple of times. Keep it there, it gives a nice aggressive angle to the chod. Got a size 4 Kamakura choddy hook here. Obviously this is the chod filament. Well, oh yeah, no, I thought I just had a take then, sorry everyone. Right, back to the video. Oh, right, back to the video. Now, I was showing you the choddy, so I thought I had a take there. I might leave that in the video actually. I just kicked my stove over. It's been a bit of a weird morning. Right, this is my chod rig. Like I said, crimped at the end where it attaches to the heli safe. Obviously, chods are meant to be casting weed, so I have got the bead very movable on this rig. Sits like this. Sorry, there is a bunch of weed on the lead at the minute, but it sits like that with the choddy hanging down like that. That's this rig. I do need to sharpen the hook, actually change the hook now because it has started to rust. You know, that's the thing with these Kamakuras. I have been putting Kamako on them, but they do rust very quickly indeed. Gonna get a well, yeah, I'm gonna have to get myself a new choddy tied, and I'll get this back out there later. Well, in a second once I've done this. But yes, last day of the session today. I've had a tension, I've had a bream not last night, night before. You know, I didn't want to be played with them, so obviously I'm not going to bother with it on the camera. Yeah, I had a tench. Showed you the picture of the tench. I've had a bream. So technically, I'm not blanking technically, but you know, I don't feel like I've. Well, I'm not satisfied with this session, but I can go home knowing that I have tried my hardest this session. I have done all the work. I have put the work in. It's just the reward hasn't came for me as of yet. But next time I'm down, well, next video you do see, it will be on this lake indeed. I am starting a campaign on here. There are some banging carp in here, really banging carp, and yeah, no one fishes it. It's just a wild park lake, no one here. You know, you get the odd dog walk coming along, but they're not disturbing me because I'm in a bit of a tucked off swim where no one, unless they are trying to get to this area, can get to it. So that's that. You know, you get the odd bikers just going past now, but you know, it's a nature reserve. It's a public park, and that's one of the nice things about it. But obviously, I do like the private fishing aspect of things. But you know, you can't always have what you want. But I'm waffling on. This video has been a bit short, but it doesn't really matter. This choddy's going back out in a sec. I'm going to get a new choddy tied. And that is that. I'll see you in a minute, hopefully with a fish, but more than likely not. And yeah, like I did just say, it's last day of the session today. That's the wind. Yeah, we've had rain, we've had all sorts of weather this session. We've had rain, wind, thunder. Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff this session. There's a choddy. This will go in my bag, get disposed of when I get home. Take it all apart, you know, the hook, separate the hook from the micro ring swivel, all that. I'll do that when I get home. Yeah, heli safe leader, 3 ounce lead. I want this to bury in the lead because obviously this is the only part that hooks the fish on a helicopter system. So I do want this to sink into the weed, but I am dropping the lead on the take, so it doesn't necessarily matter that it drops. But there we go. heli-safe system, Bosch. We'll get it out in a sec. I'll see you in a minute. Well, it's almost the afternoon now. I have got the third rod out. Didn't show it with the camera because, like I said, it's just too windy. And I got it out on my first cast. I just found a soft bit of weed, low-lying weed and silt. You know, that's what I wanted to present as Choddy over in the first place. Yeah, 3 rods are out. I've got probably about 6-7 hours left of the session now. It's just coming up to 10 o'clock. And it's nothing, you know, just no, I haven't seen anything show today. To be fair though, considering the amount of fish that are in here, I have actually seen a lot of fish show, to be fair, in comparison to what's actually in the lake behind me. I've seen the biggest mirror show. I'm 99% sure of that. It's the biggest fish in the lake. I've seen a mid-30 common is what I reckon it is. I've got some pictures of it, and I've seen a couple of smaller fish as well. So yeah, there's fish in here to be had, definitely, and there are big fish in here. You know, I haven't been fed a load of lies. There are definitely big fish in here, because when that fish boshed out, I mean, bloody hell, man, it was unbelievable. The bow wave, you know, it just splashed immensely, is what I wanted to say. But yeah, before I lose my hat, we keep getting these strong gusts of wind. You probably heard my alarm. I know you didn't, because I've got my mic pack on. But I'm going to start gradually getting stuff packed away. You know, I don't like leaving it to the last minute, because I'm going to try and wait till pretty much darkness before I head home today. I do want to have something. I have had a tench, but it's not what I came here for. And of course, I've had a bream also. But it is what it is. You know, this session was always just a tester session, just to get an idea of what this lake's like, if I want to even fish it into the winter, and if I want to carry on fishing it at all. But the answer is a resounding yes at the moment. You'll be glad to hear if you enjoyed the video. Yes, back down here in a few days. Going to do a couple of nights again, and hopefully have something out. But I'm waffling now, and I'll turn the camera off. I'm going to get some scran on the go because I'm starving. I haven't eaten today. And I'll see you in a bit. I'm going to get a cover from this wind, because believe it or not, it is chilly, hence the coat and the hat. No, I'll see you in a bit. Hopefully with a big old 45-pound mirror. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so it's the end of the video now. The wind has picked up dramatically. I'm going to get my bivvy down, because the front pegs keep coming out because this ground's quite soft. So I'm going to get my bivvy away before I do anything else, obviously, because I don't want this to blow away. Obviously not, that wouldn't be very good, would it? I'm going to get this away, and then I'm going to just chill for a little bit. I've already got all my bags packed, got my bait boat packed away, I've got my barrow up, it's just behind the camera over there. Obviously I've still got all 3 rods out, and nothing's happened today, absolutely nothing, nothing worth talking about anyway. I'm sorry if I look a bit dark, it's just the lighting's really hard to expose correctly at the minute, because of, you know, what time of day it is. Everything's a bit dull, but anyway, I'm going to end the video here. It's not been... How can I put this? It's not been a great session, but like I said earlier, it's my first time here. It was a bit of a test fish. Definitely be coming back. This is a beautiful, beautiful lake. You know, a proper English place this is, with some proper English carp to back it up. As for winter fishing, I'm not too sure yet. I do still have a couple of places that I've... sorry, I just whacked the mic. I do have a couple of places that I have tickets for the winter. But this is a place where I will be doing a lot of time, I reckon. There is a 45-pounder in there that's a magnificent carp, and a 45-pounder from a public lake like this, it's just, you know, especially near me, it's just, you know, I'd be very silly to say no to this place. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Back on the effort now I'm back from America, everything's sorted. We should be good to carry on as usual. Service as usual on the channel, and where I'll be here when I'll be here next sort of 3 or 4 days, but you won't see this video for probably another 2. You won't see the next video for probably about 2 weeks after that or so. But yes, I'm going to get my bivvy away. I'm going to get hot chocolate and warm up, because the wind is absolutely freezing, and it's not weak wind either. I mean, this is a Tempest 150, you know, a very, very, very strong bivvy, and it's really windy, and it's still, you know, testing it to its limits. So I've had to open the back vents, you know, let a bit of air escape because it's acting as a parachute at the minute. Pardon me. But no, I'm going to get the camera away because I'm freezing cold, and I'll see you in the next video. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, make sure you drop us a like, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. It helps me out a lot, you know, it gives me motivation to do these videos more and more. And if you like them, you know, show me you like them, give the video a like, and comment what you liked about the video, if you liked the video at all, and if you didn't like it, give the video a dislike. But I'll see you in the next video. I still don't have an outro, so I'll see you in a bit.